Hello, I'm Andrew Gonzalez with the IT Innovate team, and this is part 2 of our 2-part walkthrough through the experience that is DICOM AR Visualizer. So as you can see here, we have a prompt and it tells us to go to our website. So if you haven't already seen the first video, this would not make much sense. So please check out that video, first part of this series, before you look into this one. Thank you. So given that you have, we will continue and look at what it tells us to do. Look at your controller. So on your controller, there's plenty of information about what each button does. So if we ever want to know what we can do in any mode in the app, we just look down at our controller, hold it up a little bit in front of the camera so that we can see the virtual controller appear, overlaying our current controller. So as you can see right here, it says trigger to begin. Let's do so. So this is the pin that we got on the web server, so on our web app. And we will go here and enter that pin. So let's say 956, and I have it saved here. Remember to keep it open unless you have it saved some other way. So let's say I made a mistake. I didn't put in the right number to end it off. Let's put in 8. It'll give me an error right away. So I don't have to waste any time. If somehow you enter a pin and it's checking for too long, give it maybe 30 seconds and it's still there, then you could press home to cancel that. Or if you know that you put in the wrong thing. So let's put in the right number, 7. So it's going to begin checking, and this could take around 10 seconds. Depends on the internet speed that you have. It can take longer. So as you can see here, we have a spawn. This is going to be the spawn of the model. It also gives us the option to double tap to exit. Let's try that. All right, so we could exit the app if we put in the wrong pin, or if we want to try this out later. So as you can see, this is a spawn. We have a superior, inferior, left, right, anterior, and posterior to give the different axes of how the model will be oriented. So let's put it down over here, and then let's press bumper to load. All right. So the model is going to begin loading, and it takes a moment to stream in the data, but it's going to be spawning in live. And this model was created from the CT and MRI scans that was provided on the website. Say you provide those 2D images on there. If they're valid images, DICOM images, then it will create a 3D model of that via our conversion software in the background. So as it gets this data, it's going to stream it in little by little. So there's no time wasted, and you get an idea of how much longer you have. It's around halfway done. This model is an accurate representation of the 2D slices that were given on the website. Now, after this is done, a menu is going to pop up, and we're going to be able to manipulate the content in front of us. One moment. And this process can take around 10 to 5 minutes. It's all dependent on internet speed, but it's really fast. All right, now we have a menu that's popped up. So as you can see here, we have 4 content modes: move, rotate, scale, and annotate. So let's start with the move. So we look at our controller if we ever want to know what we can do in the given mode. So let's go over here and let's start moving our model around. We could swipe the touchpad to move it forward and back. So let's swipe forward. There you go. Swipe down, bring it back. And also, you can press bumper to turn on and off the instructions at any time in any of these modes. So if you already know how to use the app and you don't want to see the text get in your way, you could turn that off. No problem. So as you can see, we could also press on and off to open the menu again. That's how we'll be switching between the different modes. So let's press home. Okay, here's the main menu. So let's go to rotate. So as you can see in rotate, the information is different than before. So let's say we want to rotate the model, we're going to use the touchpad. And the bumper and home stay the same throughout. Let's move the touchpad. So the way that our finger is oriented on the touchpad is going to determine how it's going to rotate. So in this case, we rotate it along the blue, along the green, up and down. Let's put there. And then left, and then right. So we can switch between all those. Let's go to scaling. So we can scale up and down, pretty straightforward. Make it smaller. Make it bigger. So if we want to get a better look at the model, we can make it bigger. Okay, let's shrink it down a little bit. All right, so let's say we wanted to annotate the model as well. So we have 4 different colors that we can annotate with. And if we ever want to clear them, we're going to hold down the trigger. So let's start by putting some marks on the model for annotation. And then let's say a different color. All right, so let's say we wanted to get rid of these trails. We hold down trigger, and as you can see, a little feedback pops up at the top. And now they're all gone. Wonderful. So the menu pops up. Also, if you get too close to the model, the menu will disappear so that you can see the buttons. And if you walk away, it'll reappear. So as you can see here, there's a little info graphic. On here, you can see the team, get a good look at the general controls here and how and some information about how to use the app. So on here, you can see another exit button. Let's not do that yet. And then on here, you have enter new pin, model selection, and reset model. So if we reset the model, it's going to reset to its original position. So let's do that. It's back to where it started, original scale, original rotation, and original position. So let's go here, back. And then model selection is a feature in the future for multiple models. And on here, you'll have enter a new pin. So this is going to restart the whole app. So let's try that out. So everything that I've done in the content is going to disappear. Let's say I had a new pin on the web server and I wanted some new model. We could do this. So now we'll enter our new pin. So given that we've gone through the whole app, thank you for watching. And now I will exit the app by double tapping home. Appreciate it very much.